Adobe Camera RAW just added a great new feature for retouching your portraits called blemish removal that will help you clean up defects in skin on the face or the body. And for those of you who shoot weddings, family portraits, high school seniors, this is a huge time saver. Let's jump right in. I've got 6 different images we can use to explore this new feature. Now you can of course go up to Filter, Camera RAW, Filter, but I'm just going to double click because it's a smart object to get into Adobe Camera RAW 18.5. So you need 18.5 for this capability. And you go to the remove section, and alongside other options like dust, we now have blemishes. So for an image like this, obviously there's a lot of acne on this kid's face. I'd like to clean it up, and I don't want to spend all day with the clone tool. And the goal here is I would just open up blemishes, hit apply. The AI is going to analyze the image, and hopefully we get to a much better result. Now, as I hover over the image, all these little white marks are the places where this tool has tried to clean up the face. So I'm going to move away. Off here, you'll see the cleanup result, or I can just kind of click and hold here to see before and after. And it's done a very nice job of improving the face. But already I've saved myself a lot of time, but we're not yet done. Now we have a few different controls here. The amount is kind of how aggressively it's going after retouching these blemishes. And then fade is meant to help protect things like moles. So if we turn it down, we would try and preserve more moles, and turn it to the right, we're going to more aggressively remove things. So you see, just by moving up the fade there from the default to the max, I've now gotten to a point where I've cleaned up quite a bit of this image. Look, from the before state to now, it's not done. I'd still want to go in and clean up little marks like here with a little bit more manual cloning, but the work is very nearly done. Let's hit OK and go on to the next example. Here's one where we've got a couple of moles we'd like to keep, but some minor skin blemishes we'd like to remove. It's a sort of subtle work where global tools don't typically do all that well, and an AI tool can hopefully do much better. So we'll go to our blemish remove tool, hit apply, let it analyze the image, and we can see that it has cleaned up this part of the skin quite nicely. But it's also fading these moles out. And we don't want that. We don't have this washed out looking mole. If we grab that fade slider and this time move to the left, we're preserving that. Notice that we didn't bring back the skin blemishes, we just restored the mole. And I think that's a beautifully nuanced result that gets rid of the things we want to clean up without removing something that's really just part of her character. Now you have a little dot up here. If you want to keep something like that, we can always go click on refine and manually use the restore tool. We just go to, let's see, it was right here, and just paint that out. And now we just told the tool to keep that and clean up that result. So I think it's just a very, very impressive tool. Go on to our next example. In this case, I've got a guy who's got a lot of facial hair with his beard. There's some out of focus areas. There's some moles in the body. A lot of tough things here. Let's see how this does. We'll go again back to blemishes, hit apply. For an image like this, I'd hope it would clean up just the right areas. And I think it's done a really nice job. Look at the face here. I'm going to zoom in and notice the areas that it's targeting, but it's not targeting things like the beard. So from before to after, it's done a nice job. And of course, if any of these are character marks you'd like to keep, if these are prominent marks that are just part of this person's character, we can go use refine and say maybe keep that one, or keep the one by the eye here and keep that. So you have total control over how this tool works. Go to this next one. Same scenario. We have obviously a much more complicated scenario because this person has tattoos, all sorts of facial hair. Let's see how well it does. And thankfully, it has not done anything to harm him. It looks very, very clean. But if we zoom in to the face here, notice it is doing some work. And if we compare from before to after, these little blemishes on the nose, I think it's done a nice job of finding something that I would want to clean up without changing the character of his face or his tattoo. So it's a very intelligent tool. On this next one, there's art all over her face. Obviously, it's not something I would expect the AI has been trained on. Let's see how it does here. So again, we'll go to blemishes, we'll go click apply, and we'll see the result we get. And right out of the box, it's done a nice job with skin blemishes, but it also has removed several of these little beads. And that's obviously a problem. We don't want it to do that. So we'll again go into refine, and when we click remove, we're telling it to take away more things. We tell it restore, we're telling it things to keep. So these areas that are marked in red that we don't want removed, we would use this tool. Now, In a situation like this, you can kind of go look before and after to compare things, or the backslash key does effectively the same thing. So for me, I'm going to go and look and say, yep, okay, I want to keep all of this here, and I need to keep this, and I know that was a bead, and that's a bead. Got a bead here, 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 and here. So I'm just quick checking, look a little bit here. So these red marks very quickly tell me where I need to fix something here. And that looks to be all of the beads, and everything else that it's touching are actual blemishes on the face. We'll just say apply and look from before to after. How great of a result is that? That it can very quickly clean up all these skin marks and retain all the complex character of an artistic image like this. And then lastly, what if you have multiple people in the image? What's going to happen here? So we go in, go to blemishes and apply, and hopefully we can work on all these people with a little bit of control. And what you'll see is that it actually identifies people in the image. So this gentleman here, notice it's trying to remove his nipples, which is not great. So, looking before and after, it's kind of faded those out. I don't like that. Remember, the fade control, if we bring that to the left, can restore that, but I'd be applying that to everybody. And I don't know if that's what I want. So let's go leave fade where it was. And instead, I just want to work on this guy, which is this person here. So when I click person 3, I'm controlling just him. So when I go fade, see, it's kind of weird working with someone's nipples, but like it cleans him up without affecting the other gentleman in the image. So we have this individual level of control. So overall, just kind of recapping things, very powerful tool. If you have multiple people, you can select who to work on. When you're working on them, the amount is how aggressively you go after the problems. And fade is going to let you kind of pull back and preserve things that you should keep, like moles. But for someone like that first kid with acne, you might really lean in and push the fade very high to clean them up. And then if you want to manually go and add or remove things to work on, you'd go to the refine section where you can use the restore and remove tool with various brush sizes to clean things up. Now to learn more about working with Adobe Camera RAW, click to this next video.